Next, we're going to move into our lumbar spine. Now, with regards to that, this is where you want to make sure you're probably using just a foam roller, not a PVC pipe. So I'm going to retire my PVC pipe. My stall bars make a great place to store things. Okay. I'll show you a couple of different ways I like to start. Now, the tailbone is the bottom part here, or the sacrum, and that's a great area to kind of hit. And what I like to do is I like to sit on top, like we did before, and start to roll a little higher up towards that area. And then I'll hold it right up just below my belt line, right below the SI joints, those little bumpy parts on your back there. And here I do these windshield wipers with my knees. Cross-friction massage the area. Feels fantastic. Now that windshield wiper technique is what we'll use in some of the other areas of the spine. So now as you come into the lumbar spine, I lower myself onto my elbows here so that I can have a little support from my upper body as I'm rolling on that lumbar spine. Okay? And then about the midpoint here of my lumbar spine, I'm just going to slightly windshield wiper back and forth. I use my hands on the edge to help hold the foam roller in place so it doesn't roll. And that gives me a nice little roll into the QLs. Now the QLs are little muscles that run on either side of your lumbar spine and help support it. And they can be pretty tender. So if you find that you hit one side and you're like, ooh, that's really tender, you may hold there and breathe for just a minute. Okay? And then come back to the center. That's the lumbar spine. It's pretty quick and easy. And actually, I don't find it to be as necessary a place for a lot of treatment as some of the other areas of the body. Now the thoracic spine. So the thoracic spine here, you want to start about where the middle part of your curvature is. For women, that's going to be about your bra line or T10. For men, you don't have a bra line, but think about somewhere in the middle of your thoracic spine. You want to just gently lay your spine down. And I tell people to hug your arms all the way across. It's going to open up your rib cage in the back. And here, it's pretty simple. You bring your feet in a little bit close, lift your butt up, and there you're just going to roll, okay? Now what we're rolling is basically our rib cage, where the thoracic spine attaches to our rib cage, going from all the way down at the bottom, right where the ribs kind of start at the bottom, and up in between the shoulder blades to the top part of the shoulders here, okay? Not into the neck. We're not going into the neck, just the thoracic spine. And you might hear some adjustments happen in your thoracic spine. For the most part, that's usually fine. You're just hearing the release of the muscles, and that's good. Really great place, very therapeutic. So doing it with your arms crossed is great. Also, bringing your hands behind your head, kind of supporting your head, and rolling it again right there between the shoulder blades. Great way to release the rhomboids and start to work out a little bit more laterally into where the traps and lats kind of connect with each other. Great, great place to hit. And speaking of the lats, that's what's next. So the latissimus dorsi runs from basically the shoulder down all the way and attaches into the iliac crest on one side, and it's kind of like a side muscle here. And so to target that on a foam roller, you're going to be on your side, and you're just going to kind of, where the armpit curves over, reach the arm ahead. You can support the head, you can reach it straight ahead, and this is, it doesn't require a whole lot of pressure, so you're not going to like stand up and put your whole body weight on top of it, because your ribs are there, but it's just a gentle amount of pressure, usually right under the arm and the shoulder blade in the back. So you're going to roll here, and you can roll higher up. Okay. You want to be a little bit gentle in the rib cage area. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Good. 8 to 10 there. Do the other side. Same thing. Okay, and last but not least, the pecs. Obviously, women, you have different tissue than men. So you're going to be above your breast tissue. Men, you're going to be right on the pecs. And here, it's just below the clavicle bone, so where that clavicle bone is, and above the breast tissue for women. And it's just a real simple rolling here, there, and you can kind of target one side and the other. And I go face down, just like this. I usually put my hands on either side, and it's a real simple roll. Okay? You can stretch one arm out, roll a little more onto that side, and that'll help target a little bit deeper into that pec tissue. Do that on the other side, roll some to that side, target a little deeper. Okay? I will say that with regards to the pec, I prefer to do the pec standing with something like a supernova ball up against the wall, so this thing really gets in there and targets it well, or I can just simply roll it and massage it myself. That's definitely one of my favorites. So that is the whole body foam rolling active release with these simple mobility tools. And like I said before, foam roller, if you just have one tool, this is pretty simple to use. It's a little bit more difficult to travel with. I believe the Trigger Point company makes a really small foam roller that's about 4 inches that you can order, and that works really well. And as promised, some of the other tools. So probably one of the simplest tools you can make is the balls in a sock. And basically what you do is you just take tennis balls or lacrosse balls or racket balls, and you want to take them, 2 of them, and you're going to shove them down in a sock, just like that. And then you tie off the end so they don't slide out. And you have a roller. Now that roller, as you can see, your spine can go like right in the middle there in between those 2 balls. This is really cool to use for your thoracic spine especially. So what you do is you lay down with it, you place it on either side of your spine, that little bumpy thing in your back, and you lay there, arms crossed, put your butt, and just gently roll. And that's going to roll down your spine and release your paraspinal tissues a little deeper than the foam roller may do. Okay? Really nice there. Another place that that's really good to use is in your base of your skull or your suboccipitals for things like headaches, migraines, especially ones that come from the neck, tension in the neck. You're at the computer all day like this and your head's forward and you're pinching down on that area. This is really nice. And basically you just reach back in the back of your head. You're going to find this little bump. It's called the external occipital protuberance. And that little bump is kind of like your guideline. You're going to put the middle of the balls right there on either side. And then you just lay down on that. Just like this. It's called a still point inducer. You're going to lay there just like that. And I'd spend maybe 60 seconds here just breathing with your eyes closed. Maybe put a towel over your eyes and just relax. It's extremely relaxing. It helps to release that tension that builds up in your suboccipitals throughout the day. So it's kind of nice at the end of the day. But it's a really good neck release. One more thing you can do for the neck with your foam roller, let me grab it, is you can also lay your head on the foam roller here, similar to what you were doing with the still point inducer, laying there just like that, but you can do some gentle just rocking that head left to right, and that will release where some of those cervical extensor muscles attach on either side and can feel really nice as well. This is a great place to kind of end your foam rolling session. Maybe take like a shavasana in yoga and just kind of relax and rest. Let your body melt and let it accept the therapy that you've given to it. After you've done all of that full foam rolling session, you've broken up a lot of muscle tissue. So 2 things need to happen. Number 1, you need to drink a lot of water because you're going to be mobilizing a lot of stuff in your whole body. Number 2, I would suggest that you do some light stretching afterwards, just to kind of lengthen out the tissue that you've just mobilized. And go back and just kind of do it the same way that you foam rolled. Start at the bottom, releasing your feet, release your calves through stretching. So just do some real simple, maybe you do like a downward dog, just to stretch things out, march out those legs and toes, kind of help pull those out. Maybe you do like a quick pigeon pose. Maybe you do some upward dog. Some simple things to just release the muscles that you just foam rolled with stretching. That'll help go a long way in keeping what you've just done for yourself, therapeutically speaking. I believe that covers most everything. So if you have any questions, just shoot me a message and I will try and answer them. But otherwise, I hope you get a lot out of this and enjoy your full body foam rolling session. Have a great day.